Alright everybody, I'll be starting in a bit. 30 seconds-ish? So yeah, it's great to see everybody again. Sorry for running late, I just had to get some groceries returned. Well, just one, but... that was annoying. So, yeah. I'll explain once I start. Everybody, man their places. We got 13 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Oh no, am I gonna make it? Hey everybody, I am Dirk the Red Panda, and this is Password. So, today is day 17. I was about to say it in Spanish to sound all fancy and stuff, but... that's a dumb idea. But basically what's happening is... day 17 is kind of a common day for A and B paths for all character routes. At least according to the update page, the devlog. And so with that, we basically will have pretty much the same exact day 17 for Dean and Tyson. So there may be a few exceptions, probably, if there are certain like lines about, oh, our boyfriend or person of interest, probably, to fit that exact route, but my plan for today is to just play this as if we're dating Tyson first. Well, we are. But to play the Tyson day 17, which should be the same as Dean's day 17, and then go back and play Dean's day 17, but just skip through all the parts we had read that are common and just stop at the unique bits. Hopefully we'll be able to find a way to see which lines are unique, which ones are not. I may have to take some notes on it. I'll probably be able to timestamp moments. I'm gonna have to wing this. But yeah, a bunch of you just commented, and sorry for not saying hi. First, second, third. We got our podium right here. Jason Ingram on the top podium, Fluff Overload taking the silver, and Tiger's Tail with the bronze. And good evening to Vlad. Great to see you. He just came out with an Ocean Avenue reading. My public 3.0 update just came out and he just read it, so that was really nice of him. The person right after him, Rajay, I got it right this time. Says, hi Dirk, just finished Lud's reading of Ocean Avenue. It's great, keep doing what you love. Aw, how sweet. Really happy to get it out finally, and just to kind of keep the ball rolling on it. Because it takes a good amount of energy to figure it all out and get it all to work. As we have some good criticism, we also have a, this is the worst you made. People are entitled to the criticism though, and yeah. If you do have any advice on how to improve my characters, feel free to let me know. Change your OC to Ocean Avenue look. Wait. Oh, are you saying my... are you saying I should change my sprite to have like the same art style? Maybe it wasn't a comment about the story after all. Thanks, Gideon. Yes, I'll have to watch it later myself too, because I was busy talking with a friend about the Ocean Avenue thing. Or, well, not just a friend, but also the main composer now for Ocean Avenue, Camazul. We're just getting some things figured out about the music. And besides that, yeah, I'll probably watch that video after this. Well, take your time. Try to change your OCs to Ocean Avenue. I'm assuming you mean the artist's style. Like, the artist is Awaken Arts, AWKN_arts on Twitter. But I'll have to commission him someday to make new art for me then. At least it's a compliment, though. The story does continue. Oh, somebody made pancakes. That's sweet. I am backed up with PNs. Yo, I feel that same way. Every week I have one to come out on this channel. Anyway, what was I saying about my whole grocery story before I started streaming? Oh yeah, the thing where I was like, I had to return something. Basically, I had to go back to the market because turns out the ice cream tub that I got, well, it's not really much of a tub, it's just only like a pint size, but the pint that I got had a rip in it. So you could just see the ice cream through it, and it was just revealing. It was open. It was like as if something got into it. I was like, okay, let's return this. Hopefully they don't charge me to get a new one. So I got a new one, and then I ate it. Just before this stream. So apologies if I sound super full. I can make another tub of ice cream joke like my Far Beyond the World stream. Anyway, let's take our time to see the settings load. I started at 5:30. Oh, wait, did I spell that right? Introduction. Yes, I did. And we are going to actually start at 13 minutes. I should say the reading begins. I've been switching back and forth between starts and begins. Which one's better? Vote now! Not a kid. Yes, you look handsome in that form. Aw, thanks. Glad you think I look handsome with that art style. Your OC is fine as is. Aw. It's just because this is just my own art style that I've drawn him in. Love you, Dirk. Wish I could watch the stream. I'll watch the re-upload. Oh, that'll be sweet, Yellow. Yeah, I know it's kind of tough timing. I can only imagine the way that you were talking about your ice cream means that you got an insect. Yes, it probably was something like that. Ugh, it sounds so disgusting. Like, I saw that and I was just more angry than disgusted at the moment because I was like, shoot, now I can't eat it. And I'd spent so much money on it. But thankfully that was figured out. Turns out the ice cream that I got was like, it was something new and I wanted to try it out. It was meh. Not as chunky as I wanted it to be. So, at the end of the day, I have one more that's kind of like it, different flavor. And then I have something that I always love. Cookie dough ice cream. My favorite flavor. Oh no, why did you say that? Right after I say cookie dough is my favorite flavor. Insects flavored ice cream, my favorite. Ugh. Oh, it's the first time you got me streaming. Oh, that's sweet, JJ. Just subscribed last week. That's really sweet of you. Ah, shoot, I need to get started. Ah, why am I so distractible? 14 minutes now. At the 14-minute mark, we're gonna start. It's the 14-minute mark and we have not started. Load game. Like I said, page 6, we go down to Tyson's Path A. Ready to begin. Let's go. With a sigh, I rolled over and tried to get some sleep. Maybe if I was lucky, I'll spend another night with him soon. quick, before the save goes away. Ah, I could have saved it up there. Might as well save it twice, am I right? I started to wake up in the early hours of the morning. Before the sun was up, before the birds outside had started to chirp. Rubbing my eyes as I sat up in bed, I felt troubled. Maybe sick. It was hard to really place how I was feeling. But in the strangest way, I felt something calling to me. Not literally like when Osman had contacted me through the intercom, but different. It was Benson who was calling me through the intercom. Dave, your breakfast is ready. Come down and... Oh, that's not even Benson's voice. God, I need a... Benson's just warming up. Benson's warming up, my boy. What the heck is wrong with my Benson voice? Throwing on some clothes and taking comfort in the warmth of my hoodie gave me Throwing on some clothes and taking comfort in the warmth of my hoodie gave me... Wait. Throwing on some clothes and taking comfort in the warmth my hoodie gave me. I wandered downstairs. Okay. I got this. I swear I got this. Character acting. Hold on. I can't do that one. That one has personal info on it. Throwing on some clothes and taking comfort in the warmth of my hoodie, I wandered downstairs. As I reached the bottom of the stairs, I expected to run into Oswin heading to bed again. But nothing since, but... As I reached the bottom of the stairs, I expected to run into Oswin heading to bed again. But nothing but silence greeted me in the foyer. His warning came to mind as my eyes wandered over to the path towards the basement. That was the direction I was being pulled. And what harm was there in punching a few words? Gotta beat up some words. That was the direction I was being pulled, and what harm was there in punching in a few words? Yes, I am very committed to the role. Gotta be just like Dave. There we go. The vault was the only thing that could change my situation we were in, I thought. Maybe that's just what I wanted to believe. Maybe that was the truth. It was hard to say. But standing in front of it was something else entirely. The tiredness gone completely with my fingers ready to type in something. Anything in hopes of triggering what I'd been through multiple times. Come on. There has to be something. Death, maybe? Murder? What about... Oh god! Thanatos, what are you doing here? Oi! I nearly jumped, spinning around quickly and scanning the room until I noticed Thanatos casually standing there on the floor in the middle of the room. You... What? Nothing? Wait, what? What are you doing? Was about to ask you the same thing. Why are you out of the lab? Shouldn't you be... You know...
Says who? Why I see it, I can go where I want.
Okay.
But you though, what brings you down here?
I don't know. I just thought, try some words. See if I could get it working.
A few words, eh? You ain't having a laugh and gonna end up throwing the book at it, are you?
Wait, what book?
The Bible returns, baby!
Could literally throw the Bible at it. Maybe the power of God will open up this vault. It was about to be a good joke too, but before I stuttered. What book?
You know, the dictionary.
I have a Bible, but I don't have a dictionary. America, am I right? I shook my head quickly. No, just something to settle my head, that's all.
Well, good. Can't have you spending all day down here anyway.
Why not? Wait. Oh, I was wondering if it was gonna be like all the way down, like the lightning bolt thingy. Still cool though. Why not?
You're daft. Not gonna get anywhere if you spend all day down here hoping for some answers. Can tell you that much.
Well, what would you suggest? This is the only thing keeping my friends alive.
Times like this, I feel like going outside.
You're the lab rat that talks. Why the fuck would you go outside? Is that why you're out of your cage?
Like I said, I go where I want. Besides, your being down here is doing neither of us any good.
Well, where else am I meant to go? Back to bed? I'm not all that tired anymore, and where else would I even start looking for? Well, anything, I guess.
Outside? Need you to take me somewhere close. Or need you to take me somewhere close.
You can't go there yourself?
Look, I can get around, but I don't want to be spending all day getting there and back.
But outside isn't safe. Jack's out there, and God, who knows what else?
Or who else? But that's not really worrying to me. That rabbit was bad enough the first time we met.
Wait, you've met before? And isn't he a hare?
There's a difference.
Oh dear God.
Still, yeah, we met back when that dragon came wanting to buy that thing you've been playing with.
Was he...
Got a funny way of talking, but beyond that, don't know. Was all yes boss, no boss. The whole time he was here though. Enough of that, yeah? Take me outside.
Hey! Before I had a chance to say otherwise, he was already scrambling up the leg of my pants. Pervert. Moving to cling to my shoulder and wrapping himself around the back of my neck. We gotta keep this method acting up. Let me see if I can fit anything on my shoulder that will represent Thanatos. Give it up for a guest cameo from my own Dirk the Red Panda plush. This is not actually the Dirk the Red Panda plushie, just a random Red Panda plushie. Method acting. I swear you better not fall off.
Course it's clear upstairs. Get going.
But I don't want to go outside.
Well, too bad. You're going outside. We're going to the hedge maze. Figure it's been a while since you were there last, eh?
Fine, Thanatos. Honestly, I was going to use Amicus, but the way his body is shaped would not do well on my shoulder. Dirk, I keep calling you Dirk just because he is the red panda. My red panda plush does a lot better at like actually fitting on my shoulder. If I tried Amicus, it would either be like head down or he wouldn't even be able to bounce at all. But he's so soft too. Oh my god, he's actually really soft. Holy crap. Having all the extra weight on my shoulders made it difficult to head up the stairs at first. How fat is that rat? What is he, Biggie Cheese? But by the time I hit the foyer, I had a handle on walking again.
Come on, out the door.
You could sense how I was hesitating as I reached for the handle leading out to the backyard. But as his urging stepped out, but at his urging, I stepped out into the open. I had been out here before, but never alone. Although the rat on my shoulders counted, you're no rat to me. It still felt like I was exposed just standing out there. Or here. Anywhere outside, honestly.
Heads, mates, keep moving. You don't want to hide from that rabbit. Or wait, you want to hide from that rabbit? Hide in there.
The Thanatos, you're heavy.
Nah, you just don't exercise enough.
Are you calling me fat? You can walk the rest of the way yourself if you want.
It'd be your funeral. Take a right up ahead, then second left.
He guided me through the maze, calling the directions as I needed them almost effortlessly. He was quiet otherwise, even as we stepped into the center of the maze. Well, we're here.
Set me down on the statue over there. Cheers.
Hold on, we need to method act the statue. Say hello to Amicus plushie. There's like, oh, let me turn the camera. I did it. Method acting. Alrighty then. I guess they'll just hang out here for the rest of the stream. Well, we're out here now. But why?
Can't be overheard out there.
Oh wait, overhead?
Can't be overheard out there. Last thing I want is the wrong person over here and making that a problem for either of us.
But all the way out here?
Furthest place away from the house I can get. Added upside is that you know the way here now, yeah?
Will that come in handy?
Who knows? Maybe. If you ever need to come back here, potentially.
The day was still early, and I stretched as I breathed in the fresh air. Fresh, polluted air. So, why are we out here? As in, what didn't you want overheard?
Right, that. So it turns out that you dying doesn't get me what I want. Don't die, otherwise I won't get that damn check.
Oh, priorities.
You messing about downstairs isn't going to get either of us anywhere either.
But what do you want?
Let's just say I'm in a good mood to be helpful. Don't really want the chopper squad in the house shooting up the place.
Chopper?
You don't watch a lot of movies, do you?
A rat that watches movies? And you do? I barely know anything about you. You're just a rat. But you can talk and... I don't know.
You wanna know stuff about me, eh?
Well, yeah. Like, why did they give you the collar to talk?
So I could.
And why were you named Thanatos?
Because Thanos was already taken. I'm the god of death. Why wouldn't I be named after one?
Wait a minute. Thanatos. Thanos. Snapping half the population away. It's all coming together! I'm just really slow. You're not a god, though. Just a pet, right?
Now you listen here, I ain't no pet!
Then what makes you a god? You're just... I gestured at him, not sure where else to go with my description.
God, you know what the gods have in common. They operate outside the timing they're gods of. Or the thing they're gods of. Gods of death can't die. Gods of time don't have to worry about time affecting them. Get it?
I guess? But like... what makes you so sure you can't die?
Just know. Feel it in my... well... I feel it. You think this scar's for show?
What's it like to die?
Why are you not listening? Good thing you're not a mastermind of this whole thing, otherwise you'd fit the bill.
Excuse me? I was stunned, staring at him with my mouth agape. You know who's behind this?
That got your attention, eh? Well, good. Maybe I'll be willing to throw you a clue or two after you've helped me with something.
No. Tell me before I help you. We stood there staring at each other in silence. Thanatos sizing me up, it seemed.
Look, we do it my way or no way, Junior. You want to use the vault, then you're going to need my help.
But you know who's behind it? You could just end it all?
See, there's the problem, and why the original plan was doomed to fail.
It failed? We're still in danger, though.
Yeah, but that not because that was the plan. Remember what I said about being a god of death? You want to be a good mastermind. You can't be part of the victims you're running through the paces.
So where does that leave us?
The very reason I dragged you out here. You want to go down further this road, then you're going to have to rise to the challenge.
God, it's too early, Thanatos. I still don't get it. I want to go inside and get coffee. God, or even water at this stage. Thanks, conveniently placed water thermos.
You have a date tonight with the vault. Checked it before coming to meet you, but there's a password for today.
Wait. What? What's the word?
Not so fast, Junior. That's not how it works. You figure it out yourself, plus a little help from me. Or not at all.
What's stopping me from going to ask Oswin about it? He'd be able to check, right?
Do that and I'll chew on the cables to take it offline.
You bitch. But why would you even do that?
My way or no way.
I'll punt you! I will just fucking... I can't do it to my red panda. Pretend... Shin, if you're editing this video, pretend this is Dodger. I am going to... punt that thing out of here. You don't mess with me. Don't give me that BS, Thanatos. Get your crap out of here.
I might not get out much, but boy do I get a kick watching you do what you do.
I growled, balling up my fist before realizing that I didn't have much in the way of options. Even if he was bluffing, I didn't feel comfortable taking that risk. Okay. Fine. If we're doing this, where do we start?
First, should narrow down how that vault works. We want the juicy, traumatic stuff. So tell me, Junior, what scares you?
A lot of things, actually. The fact that my ice cream had a hole in it today was a big fear of mine. Heights are also a big fear. There was a ocean bluff that I was at a party at the other day. I was scared if I fell off of that, I would definitely die. What else? I really hate paper cuts. I don't know why. It's like, I guess I get less scared when it actually happens at the moment, but I don't know why. The getting skin level wounds just really paranoids me. What else? Oh, I hate jump scares. Frick jump scares. Oh. This is about Dave, not me, isn't it? A lot of things if I start thinking, really. More after being at the mansion.
Well, had to narrow it down somehow. But that's your job, not mine.
If I narrow it down to BronyCon, oh man, wouldn't that be just so bad? I know what BronyCon is. If I really wanted to be scared, I would look up DashCon. Please look up DashCon if you haven't. It's great. So much for helping.
Tell you what, I have something that might interest you. But I'll show you later. Once we're done with this little once we're done with this little investigation.
Can I have a clue?
Nope. Investigate first, and maybe I'll give you a clue later. For now, let's head back inside.
But we only just got out here. You brought me all the way out here just to say that there was a vision in the vault?
You want more than that? Fine.
He seemed to look off somewhere, tapping his foot as he thought. His eyes locked at mine after a while before that smirk came back onto his face. Red Panda Dirk just be like, foot tap, foot tap, foot tap. Folded arms. Guy's actually so damn soft. I can't hate this guy. As opposed to this rat!
You know your mom was here a while back.
Wait. When? Why?
Take me inside and I'll tell you.
We're going on an adventure! Back inside. I groaned, picking him back up and setting him on my shoulder, walking the way back out of the maze. I prodded him for more information, but he remained quiet until we were past the threshold of the back door and back inside the house. So, can you tell me now?
Guess I could, but we better make it quick.
Why? Because someone might overhear us?
Everyone's gonna be up and about for breakfast soon. So yeah, gotta keep it hush-hush.
We can move into the sitting room if you want.
Nah, here's fine. Just don't go freaking out if I go for your pouch to hide.
You're not shy all of a sudden, are you?
Me? Nah. Just don't want to have a big fuss about your friends asking about why you're talking to a rat. Or me running into Oswin. Or Benson. I don't think they know I'm not just yet.
So, about my mom? Oh my god, I didn't realize. I just thought of the all caps as me just doing a Cockney accent. Just Thanatos just constantly screaming because he's typing in all caps 6 and even worse. Oh no, I'm not gonna do it. I know it's not 1 in the morning. Those are my screaming hours. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. I can't pull it off.
Sure, rocked up one night wanting to talk to Oswin about a year ago. Something like that anyway. Was a right mess too. Ryan wasn't helping, but seemed as though the pair knew each other.
Well, Mom is a doctor, so that...
You'd think they had some sort of doctor meeting about something important.
Why would she come all the way out here anyway? Only thing that happened around that time was... Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's gonna be like his dad's death, isn't it? I trailed off as I set Thanatos down on the stairs, watching him saunter back and forth across the space as he was allowed on the step he'd been placed on.
Yeah, what you're thinking is on the money.
So Mom came here to talk about something relating to Dad?
Don't know, don't care. I got bored after she started begging.
Mom never begs.
Yeah, well, you tell me if you know any other hyenas named Carol Holloway. Or Carol Halloway. I'll wait.
That's... Wow. We both froze as the sounds of people moving about upstairs echoed down to us.
We'll pick up on this later. Have breakfast and I'll meet you in your room to continue this.
Wait! He scurried down the stairs and out of sight in the direction of the basement, leaving me scratching my head.
Huh. Dave, why are you here? I mean, up this early.
Roswell and Dean Roswell and Dean looked to one another, confused. What? I'm allowed to be up early, right?
Oh, sure. And how much coffee have you had?
None?
And how long have you been awake?
Little while. Again, they looked at one another, not convinced. Come on, it's not that bad. I just had stuff on my mind. I couldn't sleep, but that's it. Not anything bad, I promise.
Well, if you're sure. For what it's worth, you seem better than the past couple days. But if things start weighing you down, let us know, alright?
As I nodded, the others were coming down the stairs to join us. Breakfast was uneventful, my mind still locked onto what Thanatos has said. Funnily, I wasn't as worried as I thought I would be. There was a password waiting for me, and that felt like a goal than just a worry of a potential thing that might not exist.
Hey, Dave.
What?
You doing alright? You're being real quiet even after downing a whole mug of coffee. Are you feeling unwell? Maybe you shouldn't have swallowed so fast. That's what she said.
Gonna smack Haas. Nah, I'm good. Honest.
Then why'd you shovel your breakfast into your mouth and just sit there? Don't get me wrong. Seeing you eating with enthusiasm is great, but...
What that mouth do? I need to get off the pervy edge. Ugh. Turning into my FVN server friends. I got one in particular that I'm thinking of. Shin knows. I honestly hadn't noticed.
Do you have somewhere to be?
Wait, what? No! I don't think so.
Lie.
I'm not... Oh God, the whole table's looking at me curiously and I groaned, rubbing my face. Okay, I just want to go back to my room. I haven't really figured out what I'm doing today beyond me giving the vault a try later.
Is that a wise idea?
What other choice do we have?
Well, just don't go alone. Have to stick together, remember?
I can promise that much.
Well, good.
But... Okay, I'm gonna head off. See if I can figure out what I want to do today. Before the others could say otherwise, I quickly got up and headed upstairs, and Naruto run all the way up.
Sure did take your time.
Was it gone that long? But what I was... But, Jesus, what was I meant to do? Say that I had a talking rat in my room that was telling me about my mom?
Do that and they might ship you off to the loony bin.
Fat chance of that happening when the road is out.
Fair point. So, where were we?
My mom. She was here. Right?
Right. Showed up here one night out of the blue. Caught Benny Boy off guard. Drenched and upset.
That doesn't sound like my mom at all. She's the kind of person who rides motorcycles and picks fights with people when they do wrong by her. She doesn't cry.
Neither did you until a few days ago, right?
Well, that's different. I was going through things.
Maybe your mom was too. Either way, she was here. Was late one night, but we're not really close to anything.
How can I believe you on her being here? You could tell me anything to get me to cooperate.
That's right. I could tell you anything and you'd have no choice but to believe me. But she was here. Whether you chose to believe that is up to you.
I wish I could talk to her. Maybe she'd make some time to let me ask her why she was here. Nodding slowly to myself, taking my eyes off Thanatos to look out the window, I had an idea. Oswin. I could just talk. Oswin. I could just ask Oswin later, right?
If he's willing to talk to you, sure. I think there are bigger things to worry about now, though.
Right. The vault. Which means... fears. Let me think. I start to pace, Thanatos watching from the bed and leaning back against one of my pillows.
Come on. Can't be that hard to think about what shakes those bones of yours.
Me as I shake my leg right now. I do the shaky leg. Some do the stanky leg. I do the shaky leg. There's just so many. What about you? What are you scared of?
Don't look at me. I wasn't made to feel fear.
Made? Don't you mean born?
Same thing to me. Some people feel it, I don't. Simple as that.
I was about to leave it at that, but he seemed to continue on his own, looking troubled.
Guess if I had to say, though. You know, hypothetical like. Being trapped, maybe.
What, like in a cage? Is that why you break out?
Nah, like a metaphor. I just like my freedom. Don't envy your situation, though. You've been trapped in a cage ever since you started messing with the vaults.
Well, it's scary, knowing that if I screw things up, my friends could die. I don't want to be responsible for that, but here we are. What choice do I have?
That's just how the die was cast, eh? Rules are simple enough to follow that you can figure this one out. Not the first. Not the last either.
What do you mean?
Like I said, rules are simple. You want the word to the vault, you have to think about what could traumatize you. What would scar you so much that it would last over time and space, yeah?
But that could be anything.
Jeez, you're dense. Think, Junior.
starters, my name isn't Junior. It's Dave.
I'll call you what I want. Focus.
He's still here in our hearts. Or maybe not. But you're asking the impossible. Sorry, I kicked you, Thanatos. Where do I even start?
Start with your friends. Already bailed them out once before, right?
Is that a clue, or are you just telling me what I should be doing? You know what the word is, right? He just shrugged, flashing me that smug grin. Fine. But I'm taking a moment to grab a shower to pass the time until they're done with breakfast.
You're in the shower multiple times a day. Why?
I just get self-conscious about how I smell.
Invest in something for that rather than bathing.
Shooting him a look, I went and showered anyway. Maybe I was being paranoid. But one thing that I remember Dad teaching me is that it's important for hyenas to stay clean. Either way, it can't hurt. Right? We do not want a stinky hyena.
Yes, you really did miss something earlier, Mogroom.
That symbolized Thanatos. And that was me just ripping him up. I'm gonna take a short break here. A lot of text just popped up at the 57-minute mark. Just stretching. I just saw my head was like kind of cocked to the side. I'm like, what am I doing? Yes, he knows. We shower. So, what else did I miss in the chat? Don't let it get under your skin. Good one, Tiger's Tail. Yeah, he talks through a speaker in his neck. That voice probably isn't the speaker coming out of his neck. I just imagine that, like, that's exactly how Thanatos would sound like if he could just talk. But it probably could be. Maybe Awesome was just a dick and just gave him a Cockney accent with his automatic speaker. Anything else? Oof. Just got a wave of tired hit over me. Ah, boy. I shouldn't stay up so late anymore. I was up till like 5 a.m. last night just to get my update out. It took me like an hour and a half to load. Well, originally it took me like 4 something hours or whatever to load because I tried to upload them all at once. Terrible idea, so I decided to upload them one at a time. By then it was 3 a.m. and then I finished it all by 5 a.m. What a long night that was. Alright, so we're gonna start at the 1 hour mark on the dot. Yes, very much fancy. So, get ready for that. 10000. I am saving. Might as well switch out earbuds just to give it some variety. Starting in 5 seconds. Alright, let's start. About half an hour later, I was ready to head out again and wander downstairs. Thanatos in my hoodie pouch. Super chat. Oh no. The alert box is laggy again. Oh my goodness. Mogram donated $50. Not 15, $50. Mogram Wolfram donated $50 and said, a belated gift. Don't pay it any mind. Too bad I just did. So, thank you so much for the donation, and I love it. I really appreciate it, and yeah, we do have a bit of lag just because I hit record at the same time. Fingers crossed that it doesn't keep doing this. Maybe I can use some of that money to get a new computer. At least for streaming, that is. So I'll start at 101. Okay, let's continue, shall we? About half an hour later, I was ready to head out again and wander downstairs. Thanatos in my hoodie pouch staying out of sight. Although the notable bulge meant that I was carrying something and I needed to think of an excuse to give out just in case. Okay, so now I need to find my friends. They're done with breakfast, so they're around here somewhere, right?
Who are you talking to?
Whoa, Roswell. Where did you come from?
I've been around, still figuring out where I should be doing today, but nothing's really jumping out at me.
Oh.
And judging from that reaction, you've already got plans, right?
Am I that obvious?
A little. But I don't think that's a bad thing. There are others I can ask, so it's no big deal.
Sorry, yeah, I want to investigate this thing just to put my mind at ease.
Oh, then don't let me stop you. I think Haas has gone to find Benson and Dean and... I think Haas has gone to find Benson, and Dean and Sal are having a chat about... something. To be honest, I wasn't really paying any attention to what they were saying.
What about Ty? And Orlando?
Oh, there.
Cutting Roswell off was the sound of Tyson yelling upstairs, followed soon after by the sound of Orlando yelling back.
Oh, shit. That sounds bad.
That was Ty's angry yell. So I don't think they're in danger, but I'll go check it out. Wanna come with?
I'll pass. I think I might go see if I can bug Oswin some more. After all, someone's gotta keep him on his toes.
You really shouldn't mess with him like you do.
Why not? It's all in good fun. It's not like I'm doing anything up towards him. Not yet, anyway.
Not yet? What are you planning?
Many things. But I don't know, there's something about him that makes me think he's lonely. Or maybe he just wants to be left alone, but I'll find out eventually.
Yet again, another yell came from upstairs.
You should get going before they tear down the house.
Stay safe, Roswell. See you later. I breathed a sigh of relief as I hit the top of the stairs, half cradling Thanatos still hidden away. He hadn't said anything and was almost deathly still. I was about to ask him if he was okay before yet another yell drew me to the rec room.
I told you! It's too fucking loud!
It's already on 10%! If I make it any quieter, I won't be able to hear anything! Looking between the two, Tyson seemed irritated, tugging at his ears, snarling as he spoke. He seemed a little standoffish at breakfast, but I hadn't really been paying attention.
I don't care! Turn it down more!
You could always leave.
You're just lucky Dave's here, otherwise I'd punch your fucking face in.
Tyson, what's gotten into you? My words caught in my chest and my stomach lurched. My vision started to blue and Tyson's response came out sarcastically at first before trailing off, his expression turning to concern. Then, it all went black. What the fuck? I felt like I was floating. Maybe it was just vague unconsciousness and trying to remember what made me black out. God, was Tyson alright? Was Orlando? Shit, even Thanatos?
Oi!
My heart returned first, soon followed by the feeling of something plush underneath me.
Oi! Get up!
Jesus Christ!
First you nearly crushed me, then you just lie there sleeping.
God, my face hurt as Thanatos reeled back to slap me across the cheek again. I flinched, sitting up quickly and shifting him away from me.
God, finally!
God, ow! How long have you been hitting me? My face really hurts.
Lost count. Just figured eventually you'd wake up.
What about how long was I asleep for? What happened?
You tell me. You were talking to your wolf friend and then next thing, I know you're landing face first on the floor.
And I got here?
Tyson Orlando carried you here. Or rather, Tyson did, and then Orlando made sure you were all comfy like.
Normally, Tyson would do that too.
Yeah, well, he seemed to be in a mood, didn't he?
He was yelling about the volume of the television, I think.
Seemed that way.
I didn't even hear it as we walked into the room, so... God, that couldn't have been it, right?
Beats me. This is your investigation. You are still able to. Yeah?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Well, way I see it, you at least have a lead now.
Yeah, just... God, my head is killing me for some reason. It's real bad.
And? What did you expect me to do about it?
Did I land on my head when I blacked out, or...
Was in your pocket, so I don't know. Don't think so.
I got up out of bed, rubbing my head as I stood. I should go check on Orlando and Tyson. Figure out this password thing.
Who are you planning on talking to first?
Does it matter?
Guess not. But you want to talk to both. Consider it a clue.
Decisions! God damn it, why must I have to make a decision? Scrolly, scrolly, scroll. Better safe than sorry to save. Orlando or Tyson, people? Let's see what the chat wants. I have a choice in mind, but I'm just curious to see what the chat thinks, and maybe if it's overwhelming, they can override me. That is, if we choose something different. Is one who is always cranky truly cranky, or something entirely? I pick Jeffrey. Oh my god, it's Koromaru! Hey, Koro! Great to see you here. I saw your comment earlier, but I didn't get a chance to say hi. Always great to see you here. 2 votes for Tyson, 1 for Orlando, 3 for Tyson. Something else. Looks like Tyson has a significant lead. Last minute to get your votes in. 4 for Tyson now. Holy heck. Alright, gonna give you guys 40 seconds. And if there are no more changes in votes, I will go with Tyson. Anyone else? Yeah, I live. Busy, but I have some free time. Oh, that's great to hear. I know you're such a busy guy though. Like modding and all that stuff and doing your Twitch channel. You gotta check out Cormaro on Twitch. He's awesome. And that's it. Only 1 more vote for Orlando, but Tyson has won the majority, and we will go with Tyson.
Only one way to find out.
I wandered out and followed the sounds of angry muttering upstairs to the conservatory. Ty?
What?
He spun quickly to look over to me, breathing hard. Just seeing if you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Fuck off. God, shit. Sorry. I didn't mean that.
After what we talked about yesterday. Yeah. I know. But still, you're not acting like yourself. What's going on?
Nothing. Just a headache. What's wrong with you?
I'm fine. Honest. Just tired.
That's fucking bullshit, and you know it, Dave.
I mean it! I'm fine. He stomped over, grabbing me roughly by the shoulders and narrowing his gaze as he leaned into check.
You passed out and expect me to believe you're just fine?
I do. I promise, Ty. It's just... I don't know what it is. Maybe I just ate too fast or something. Maybe everything's just catching up to me.
If you're fucking lying to me, I swear.
Swear what? That you'll hit me?
Look, I'm worried. I don't know what's going on, God, look, I'm worried. I don't know what's going on and all, but I know this... Look, I'm worried. I don't know what's going on and all. All I know is that this headache is damn bad.
What kind of headache?
The kind that makes your head hurt? God, what kind of question is that?
Well, I've been having headaches too. Maybe not as bad, but they're not fun.
Oh yeah? What are they like?
My head starts to hurt, but they go away pretty quick. It's weird though. Mostly random, mostly like... I think about the vault, I think. Maybe it's stress.
Mine's different.
He cut in the moment I stopped talking.
Like, most mornings I feel like there's a drill up against my skull.
Geez, that bad? Why?
If I knew why my head was ringing like this, do you think I'd be bullshitting you right now?
He seemed crazed, almost feral. I didn't even quite understand what was happening, but something wasn't right. Would sleep help?
I don't fucking know. Maybe.
Well, you're swearing more than usual, so you're either hungry or tired. He hunked on... or he hunked... He hooked an arm around my neck and started grinding a knuckle into my head as he held me in a vice grip against his chest. Okay, God, I'm sorry. Stop! Relenting for a few moments more, he eventually let me go and stepped back while I tried to fix my already messy fur in vain.
Yeah, maybe I'm just tired. Could be the bed. Could be...
God, fuck.
Fuck if I know.
If it's your bed, should. Did you want to use mine? Just see if that helps.
Nah, I'll just go find a quiet room to lounge in. If it's the beds, then just use another one isn't going to help.
Well, if you're sure. The offer is here, though.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. At least my head isn't hurting so bad now. Sometimes it's real bad during the night, but I'll manage.
Rest up and we'll talk later.
Before I do, you sure you're alright?
Yeah. Why?
'Cause something's bothering you. I can tell by your nose that you've got something running through your head. Tell me. You know what? Forget it. I don't want to be lied to right now. And I doubt you want to tell me the truth anyway. God, it's fine.
God, sorry, Ty. Soon, maybe?
Whatever.
I stepped aside as he wandered out of the conservatory and out of sight, breathing out. So it was a headache.
You really think that?
I don't know what to think, but if he's in pain, I hope he does feel better soon.
Better question. Think that's a clue to whatever it is you need to figure out. Who knows? Could be, might not be. Surprised he bailed before you had a chance to spill the beans, though.
Like he'd believe I had a talking rat hiding in my pocket.
Might have if you showed him. Probably for the best this way anyway.
Tell me something. You know about the vault visions and stuff, right?
Yeah? Why?
And you know who has and hasn't used the vault?
Of course.
Can Tyson use it? Could that be where his headaches are coming from?
Sorry to disappoint you, but no dice. He's not coded in.
Well, who is?
Why'd you want to know?
I just want to double check.
Easy. A few people are, but not everyone, that is, has access to it. You and Orlando have both gotten something out of it. Others not so much, despite being coded in.
Really? Who else?
Doesn't matter. Relates back to the testing of when it was being built. Neither of the other two have used it. And you can take that to the bank.
If it doesn't matter, then why not just tell me anyway?
Fine, it was Oswin and his sister. Happy?
Neither of them have used it at all. How do you know that?
One of them tried, but didn't get the word right. Gave up soon after, and I'll give you two guesses as to who it was.
That's... okay. But how do you know?
I have my ways. I was around at the time it was brought online.
I gave him a funny look, frowning. And how old are you again? Last time I heard anything about how long rats live, it was only a few years.
What did I tell you? Gods of death can't die.
Right. So where does that leave us?
Next up will be that dragon. Unless you feel like you've gotten everything you need to from this already.
No. I'd rather not take that chance and get everything I can in order.
Suits me fine. I'll be listening in, but don't expect me to help interrogate him.
When I got to the rec room, I could hear the sound of a game being played, along with the sound of muttering coming from inside. No surprise that when I entered, I could see Orlando focused on the screen before him. Hey, Orlando?
Dave!
He spun around to greet me quickly, half fumbling with the controller to pause his game before scrambling to his feet to rush over to me.
What happened? Are you alright?
Yeah. I'm fine.
Blacking out is not fine, Dave. You didn't just black out, but you were solidly unconscious for... How long have you been up for?
A little bit.
Then you've been unconscious for hours. You should still be in bed resting.
But if I was in bed for a few hours, what good would more bedtime do for me? Orlando huffed, throwing his arms up and shaking his head.
Do you at least know what caused it?
I don't really. It's just something that's been happening more frequently lately.
You've been blacking out and no one's been noticing?
No, I mean, just feeling a bit off. Not like sick, just strange. It's maybe it's got something to do with the vault or what's been going on. I just don't know. Could be stress.
Have you been missing with the vault lately?
A little. But like, nothing more than normal, I think. Why?
How much is a little?
Like a few words, but that's it. I figured what would the... God, like just a few words, but that's it. I figured what would be the harm if I just lucked into something, right?
You're not Roswell, Dave. Don't expect to just have his luck just because it'd be convenient. Although, boy, would it be convenient right now.
What was it like for you, using the vault? Not the vision part, but the rest.
Scary?
What about after?
After? You know, I don't really remember. Nothing too out of the ordinary, I think. Obviously, when it happened, it was kind of like blacking out, but maybe only for a couple of minutes. Like a hallucination.
And nothing else?
Should there be? What have you been through?
Mostly the same, although... I don't know. Something's not adding up, but I just can't place what it is.
Between what and what? If it's anything like a puzzle, let me have it a go. Or let me have a go.
Well... I was just talking to Tyson, right? Didn't that seem odd to you?
He was being a huge jerk, complaining that the television was so loud.
Yeah, that's about as much as I got before blacking out.
I'm telling you, someone got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. I haven't seen him that bad in years. Almost thought we were back in school.
He was just as irritable when I went to talk to him. Almost seemed a little feral. You know? More than usual.
What did you do?
Nothing. just asked what was wrong, and he said he had a headache and suggested he go and take a nap. Still, the less like a monster he is, the better. I think. Too much else to be stressed about lately to have him adding to the mix. He'll be fine. He's just... Tyson. Well, so long as we don't have any trouble with him, we should be fine. How likely is that, though, really? Orlando gestured back to his game, shaking his head. I have enough rules to deal with in my video game without needing to worry about dealing with the real deal. With what I know of Tyson, he's... well, volatile. He's not that bad, but maybe I just know how to deal with it. Anything that might apply to a video game? To be honest, I've tried little other things than silver. He's not a werewolf. He's just, a good boy? Sometimes? Can you... I don't know. Give them chicken? Or brushing? Oh, I'm now reminded just how different in-game tastes we have, Dave. Shaking his head with a sigh, he gestured wide towards the game he had paused on the screen. Not too late to change that, though. Want to have a try? Could even try playing a multiplayer if you want. No. I should probably take a page from Tyson's book and go have a rest. If I blacked out before, maybe I should take it easy after all. So much for sticking together. You were fine by yourself. Mostly. Okay, that's fair. Still, if you change your mind, you'll know where I'd be. Orlando wandered back over to his game and I nodded to myself, wandering back to my room to mull things over. Okay, so...
He didn't have much to say, did he?
You think so?
Tell me one thing that he told us that would have been useful. I'll wait.
Well, you did say that blacking out happened when he used the vault.
True. He did pass out on the floor when he got to the vault. Or when he got the vault working too.
You saw it happen?
Watched the whole thing. Ward went in, he wobbled a bit, and fell over. Woke up some minutes later spooked.
That's basically what happened to me, but... I wasn't at the vault. So why did I black out?
Who knows? Delayed reaction, maybe.
Why do you say that?
That thing Orlando saw isn't due to happen for a bit anyway. He's fretting about something that hasn't happened yet.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, I know what the things are you can see. Know the words too.
That's literally impossible. They're coded in the DNA, aren't they?
Maybe I'm just special.
Or you're lying just to make me worry.
I could do any number of things to make you worry without needing to make something up. Either way, our investigation is over now.
Wait, no. I want to know how you can see the vault visions.
Maybe I'll tell you, but not until we're done.
You just said we were.
We're not proper done until we put what we found out to the test. Downstairs.
It's time for the vault? Already? We still have so much time of the day left to go.
And I have things I need to do. Already probably worried Benny Boy and Oswin enough being out.
You already know what's in the vault, so... Do I have enough?
Maybe a pep talk, but yeah, you've got everything you need.
With Thanatos in my pocket, I started to head downstairs. I was nervous, a little worried about what was waiting for me down in the basement.
Hello, Dave.
Oh, Roswell. Where did you come from?
Oh, you know, around.
Did you end up finding Oswin?
Yep, that's where I've been pretty much all day.
And that went... well?
We played some chess, discussed science. Nothing all that interesting to anyone other than myself, really.
Did you use any magic? Did you do any magic? Roswell is a real magician. He really knows sorcery. He's just like,
huzzah! Checkmate!
Did you do any magic?
Tried. He didn't seem all that interested, although put up with it. Only just left his company, really. Said he needed a break.
Oh. So... what are your plans now?
Don't know. Maybe I'll find Orlando and see if he needs help with making dinner tonight. Maybe I'll go find Benson and see what he's doing. A lot of where I find myself now is just... waiting, you know?
But waiting for what?
It sounds bad, but... I guess the next bad thing to happen. I want to be ready, and I think I am as best as I can be shy of having a weapon.
Do you think it would come to that? We have Benson to help us.
Exactly. But that's why I'm considering going to find him. Maybe he can lend me, like, a baton or something. Just in case I need it.
Not a gun or something?
No. No thanks. I don't think I'll be able to handle recoil on most things. What about you, though? What are you up to by yourself?
Oh, nothing?
Nothing, huh? Did the Orlando and Tyson thing sort itself out eventually?
Sort of. Tyson went to go have a nap, and Orlando ended up getting to play his game in peace, so...
Which means you're about to go down to the vault.
What? How can you tell?
To be honest, when you said you were investigating, that seems to be the only logical conclusion. After all, what else would drive you to want to investigate literally anything at this point?
I have people I want to keep safe and alive, Roswell. Including you.
So long as your plan isn't to stop trying. So long as your plan isn't to stop living trying to save the rest of us, that's fine by me. No point in you wasting away when there might not be any danger to begin with.
Right. But guess while I've got you here, what sort of things do you fear?
Wait, excuse me?
Just, you know, in case it gives me an idea of what to try.
Oh, instead, why don't you tell me about this blackout I heard about?
Did Orlando tell you?
Something to that effect.
I'm fine, honest. Just stress, I guess.
That's what's got to be. I don't really buy that, but alright. You better...
Subscriber.
Oh, somebody subscribed. Thank you, Christopher Phillips, for subscribing. welcome to the Dork Gang. I don't really have a catchphrase for my subscribers yet, but let me know if you want to be called my dorks or my dork gang. Whatever you want. But yeah, I don't really buy that. But alright, you know better than me, anyway. What was happening at the time? Just Tyson and Orlando fighting. It was strange. Nothing like that had happened before. Even before the mansion.
Is it something to be concerned about? You say it's stress, but...
Until someone can tell me I'm sick, then... That's all it could be, right?
So long as it wasn't something more untoward, I guess. Right. So long as it wasn't something more untoward, I guess you're right. Still...
He scratched his chin before shaking his head and sighing out.
Well, best of luck downstairs. See you at dinner?
Sure. See you later, Roswell. After I watched Roswell disappear upstairs, I sighed out too. But that's when I heard Thanatos snickering from inside my hoodie pouch. Okay, Thanatos, talk. What was so funny?
You really let him get away with that.
Get away with what?
He didn't want to tell you what he was afraid of, did he? You didn't want to call him up on that.
Well, I guess I just assumed that if someone changes the subject, they don't want to talk about it.
So you're not an idiot. You're just bloody naive.
What's that supposed to mean? It's just being polite.
Fine, suit yourself. We have more important things to do now anyway.
He escaped my hoodie and strode up to the large door in front of us, looking it over.
What do you think?
About what?
About the password. The whole point of this goddamn game. Moment of truth, after all.
I approached the keypad, fingers hovering over the keys.
Well, go on.
Where would I even begin?
Can't tell you that whatever you need to put in relates to those friends of yours. You know, the two that you walked in on.
Tyson or Orlando?
Got it in one.
What you said earlier about knowing what's in the vault. How is that possible?
Call it. I forgot how to pronounce this. I think it's French. Deux machinima.
2x machinima. Oh god.
Oh, it's Deux machina. Hey, call it Deux machina.
That's the password. Deux machina. Turning to the keypad with a frown, I tried to think it over. If you're not going to be of any help, let's see. If the vision related to Tyson or Orlando, how would Thanatos know? Could I even trust them? He said before that he had no reason to make something up. Why he knows wasn't as important as him knowing. If anything, that's the one thing that he remained constant throughout the day. There is no changing the fact that I was here. In front of the vault now, though. Might as well try and put something in.
You're doing some thinking, eh?
Shh. I need to concentrate. Fear. Trauma. These were the things that seemed to constantly be thrown in my face whenever the vault came up. But if these were my fears, and my traumas, how was I meant to know which one was the strongest? especially if it's something yet to happen.
Well, this is dire.
Well, you're not helping. You bring me down here and put me on the spot to put something like that I'm meant to know what it is.
It's your genetic memory. Why is it my fault?
You're a monster keeping this from me. My friends could die if I don't get this right.
If I told you, it wouldn't happen. Not as if this is the first time around the block, eh?
Not my first time.
You've done this before. You sure you don't know what to put in there?
I looked to the input panel and felt a sharp pain in my head. Massacre. Back then, it was just something that Benson had said offhandedly, but it was enough to make me worry. I saw what happened, or what would have happened if I had not known, but now.
That's really the best you can do. That password expired days ago.
The last time it was something Benson said, I think, about sleepwalking. But he had said it all the same. So one of them must have said it. Tyson was just annoyed about something and had a headache, which meant, could it be migraine? I had a migraine earlier today. If that's the password, I'm gonna frickin' lose it. Wait. Rewind. So one of them must have said it. Tyson was just annoyed about something. He had a headache. That would mean Tyson said it, right? Am I going crazy? Am I paranoid for saving like 5 different times? Paranoia? That'd be an interesting one. It's gotta be Tyson. Oh no, maybe I'm just juking myself out. It's gotta be Tyson, right? Don't say it, don't spoil it for me yet. I think I may already know what the password is. Like I said, do not spoil it. Okay, I'm gonna use my deep brain critical skills and say that Tyson said it. I shook my head, trying to think of anything that he might have said. All that I can remember was the knuckle grinding into my scalp, but that wasn't going to get me a password. I don't know. I can't do this.
Then whatever happens is your fault. Your cowardly dragon friend. And that feral wolf, too.
He's not feral.
You sure about that?
If I was certain I could move fast enough, I'd punt him across the room, but I didn't want to get risk bitten. Instead, I can just punt him from my screen. Oh god! Oh my god, I just need myself in the nose. I'm a moron. I used to be so athletic. What happened?
You...
Where was I?
Come on, Junior. Time's ticking.
Breathing in through my nose. I brushed my fingers over the buttons on the panel. Dirk ASMR. I caught a glimpse of my reflection in the screen. Figuring now was as good of a time as any to try and put in something. I'm gonna do the Gabby Hanna type thing, where she's just like constantly typing. Turk, that was actually really impressive, as much as that probably hurt. Thanks. It's all a part of the acting. Fear not. It entertained us all, if nothing else. I do not know what it's gonna be. What the frick is it gonna be? Let me try migraine. Hold on, how the frick do you spell migraine? Migraine. 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 That is how you spell migraine. Migraine. Okay. Probably is gonna be wrong. Can't always get on the first try. Damn it, the air buzzer sounded, making my stomach lurch with dread and my heart beat with worry. Fuck, of course I'm gonna try again. What do you think I am, stupid? Oh, thanks, lad. Please don't spoil the actual password for me yet. I get a feeling that it... I know I said I don't know, like I hadn't played this before or whatnot, but all I know is that it starts with PSY. Just because I tried not looking at Line's video when it would pop up in my recommendeds, but I just kept seeing that it started with PSY. And I was like, no, don't look at it, stop. My guess is that it could be psychosis. I have to look up what that means though, because I hear that word all the time though. Like, is that like something where you're like tired? What the frick does psychosis mean? If my brain just automatically remembered it. Oh Lord. A severe mental disorder in which thought and emotions are so impaired that contact is lost with external reality. Psychic? Huh, maybe I did. I edited it out anyway. Okay. Thanks, Lide. I know it's like trying not to spoil, but yeah. It could be psychosis. I think we are. We love these words are just so big and fancy. Watch it be correct. If it's correct, I'm gonna lose it. Damn it! The air buzzer sounded. Would have been a good one though, making my stomach lurch with dread and my heart beat with worry. Oh god, I should probably go back and double check. My brain is gonna be absolutely fried by the end of this. What does psychokinesis mean? Somebody just said it, and it's a movie, apparently. The supposed ability to move objects by mental effort alone. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious if that's the death. I don't know, paranoia? Nope. Buzzed again. Thanks, Elliot Scott. I have such a short-term memory, I don't even remember what we talked about during the Tyson and Orlando scenes. Hallucination, maybe? Hallucination. Maybe. Damn it! Air buzzer sounded it. I think I am the dumbest password player of all time. And worst comes to worst, I'll probably just go back quickly and check. Like earlier moments just to see if I missed anything. Maybe psychotic. Nope. Okay, I give up. I'm going back. I'm going back to this choice. Let me see if going to Orlando first will change anything.
Doesn't bother me either way.
Okay, when I got to the rec room, I could hear the sound of the game being played. No surprise. Everything's the same. Okay, shit. Maybe it's a blackout. Maybe I'm just stupid. I should have done that, though. See, a hallucination. I tried it, and it didn't work. So it was there. I wasn't going crazy thinking that. Should be there. I'm just looking line by line to see if I missed anything. Tyson was acting odd when I found you two. Something's going on. And this has something to do with the vault? Maybe. I don't know. Just seems that every time I've gotten something out of it, people have been odd right before. Sorry, I can't say I've noticed, but I'll take your word for it. I just thought he was back to his old ways. Would you have done something if I hadn't shown up? I was getting a little worked up. Sure, not if that's just because I'm fed up with his behavior now, or if I know better or just... I don't know. As scary as he was, it wasn't like he was a monster or anything. Could be monster. So if he was, you'd... probably try something like Wolfsbane? Maybe that's it. Monster or Wolfsbane. Let's try one of those. Although getting him to eat a poisoned cupcake would probably be hard without risking Roswell or Dean eating it first. You try poison before anything else? That's... Oh, well, I don't own a gun. And you just casually have poison on hand? Well, no. But I might be able to find a silver fork or something around here, too. You know. Oh god, Orlando made a half-hearted stabbing motion while I groaned and rubbed my face. There are plenty of games about taming monsters and you default to killing them. Easy for you to say, given you tamed him already. It's not hard just to be nice to someone. You want to go to the road of treating him like a werewolf, whereas I... treated him like a puppy? God, I grumbled, quickly looking behind me to see if Tyson was anywhere around to catch that. You're not scared of him, are you? He's not. At least I'd hope he isn't a werewolf. It would explain a bit, though. If you don't want to annoy him further, I'd probably keep quiet on things like that. I honestly don't know if he'd respond better or worse to that, over. Well, you know. He stormed off ages ago. I don't think he'd be wanting to come back here if he was too loud for him either. Think he's cooled off by now? I'll talk to him. I haven't gotten around to seeing him after I've woken up yet either. So, solid maybe. But I guess I'll find out. Well, if you're sure you're okay enough to do so, then I won't stop you. Or if you really wanted to, you could just hang out with me. Room for one more on the beanbag if there's a player 2 slot with your name on it. Thanks, but I'll pass. I really should check in on Tyson at least once, you know? Just in case. We really should be sticking together. But I guess that's just how it goes. If you change your mind, then you'll know I'll be, though. Okay, Orlando wandered back. Okay, same old, same old. Wait. I could do anything.
I could do any number thanks to make you worry without need to make something up.
Well, tell me then.
You have other things to do first. Get moving, I'll tell you later.
Or you could tell me now.
Well, I guess if you really want to know. Then you'll just have to wait.
Fuck you. Okay, let's see if this is the same. I'm playing the Tyson route, but day 17, according to the devlog, is supposed to be common for everybody. So even if I play Dean's or maybe Orlando's or whoever else's, then it shouldn't vary that much or at all. Anyway, let's skip Skip, passed out, blah, 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 blah. Maybe he's not dead. I feel like we should try Wolfsbane. Okay, I'm sorry, stop. Could be like a drill, like he mentioned. Stepped aside, he wandered out, so it was a headache.
You really think that?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. Wait. I asked both of them, so what happens now?
We're done. Now, you get to see the joy of seeing if you can make something out of it.
Wait, already?
You didn't help by passing out. Oh, Benison and Osman, I've noticed I'm missing by now.
There's still a lot of day left.
And I don't care. I have things I need to do, so get moving.
Okay, Thanatos is in my pocket. Oh, and we talk about we're also having fun, so this part's not gonna matter. Okay, so now we get to the moment. Fast forward. Let's see. So one of them must have said it. We are thinking now that it is Orlando. If it's Monster or Wolfsbane, let's try one of those two. Orlando said it. A slight pain ran through my head, and for some reason it made me think I was on the right track. What did I say? I used my critical thinking brain. But what was it that he'd said? What word connects him and Tyson? I don't know. I can do this.
Then whatever happens is your fault. Your cowardly dragon friend and that feral wolf too.
Okay, he's not feral.
You sure about that?
If I was certain I could move fast enough, I'd punt him across the room. But I don't want to risk getting bitten. I am not going to repeat punting the rat again. More so for my physical safety.
Come on, Junior, time's ticking.
Breathing in through my nose, I brushed my fingers over the buttons on the panel. I caught a glimpse of my reflection in the screen, figuring now it was a good time as any to try and input something. Okay, now we got to the point. Okay. I'm just going to quickly look up what Wolfsbane is. Oh, it's a plant. Let's look up the definition. I wasn't sure if it was like a fictional character or something. Oh, when he was talking about poison, Wolfbane is like a plant that could be poisonous, probably. Poisonous anconite. Okay. Yeah, let's just try monster for shits and giggles first. Why not? The air buzzer sounded, making my stomach lurch with dread and my heart beat with worry. I look over to Thanatos, who seemed to sigh out. What?
You're close at least. I'll give you that much.
See, we were right. It was Wolfsbane. Wait, I am?
Sure, that's all you're getting from me, though. Can't be just giving you the answer, can I?
It's gonna be Wolfsbane. Oh, is a poison used against werewolves specifically? Strange. Why do people hate werewolves so much? They're so fluffy and adorable. The fuck? What do you mean I was wrong? The air buzzer sounded, making my stomach lurch with dread and my heart beat with worry. If it's werewolf, I'm gonna punch a wall. God damn it! I am gonna punch the wall. I didn't say it was gonna be that hard. I got neighbors, you know. Got it in one. Come on, could it have been Wolfsbane? That would have been cooler. Now I am salty. The chime was music to my ears, and I quickly turned to Thanatos, that smug smile still on his face.
Well done, sucker.
Oh god, hallucination time! Much like before, I blacked out, conscious only of me falling to the floor, but not registering a landing. But this time, it was different. Stronger, maybe. Oh, god, I could feel coldness. Maybe it was just my mind playing tricks on me. But I could feel something like it was all the same. It's gonna be Tyson going feral, isn't it? I'm gonna hate this. It was like opening my eyes, slowly as if I was learning to use them for the first time. But then I saw it. Rather than just a flash, something stronger, as if I were standing there in the moment. Yep. I could feel a different kind of cold as my eyes lay on it. On him. I couldn't quite smell it, but with how much there was, no doubt that it'd be the only thing I could smell in the night air. At the edge of my vision, I could barely make out the distinctive yellow of Orlando's scales in the dim light. But he was there. Or rather, what was left of him. It burned itself into my mind, and I had to gasp for air as the room came back into focus. Sure enough, I was on the floor, splayed out the back of my head, pounding with a newfound headache. Had I hit my head, or had I just been a case of what I'd seen? Either way, it was a struggle to move, even fueled by wanting to intercept Tyson. Thanatos. Rolling to my side, I saw him standing there, leaning on something else. Help! I've got to stop Tyson! He's going to... He's going to... As my vision begins to focus on the thing he was leaning in, I trailed off, once more my blood going cold.
Was hoping you'd be awake by the time I got back.
I snatched the license he was leaning on, sitting up and staring at the picture in a daze. Parts had been chewed upon, but everything important was still intact.
Before I forget, you're on lock, you know. Full moon isn't...
How did you get this? I gestured with the license, clutching it desperately in both hands as I looked down at it again.
That was left here.
It's... my dad's license.
Yeah, and he was here.
What do you mean he was here?
Oi! Don't yell at me if you want me to explain. Let's see. Rocked up in civvies. Wanted to talk to Oswin. Looks pretty grim if you ask me.
What did they talk about?
Don't know. Don't care. Look, all I can tell you is that I saw him and he looked like someone marching to his death. Left here sometime a few hours later in uniform.
And he left his license behind?
Sure seems that way.
My mind raced, momentarily forgetting that the vault vision in favor of thinking about what the conversation could have been, and with Oswin having talked to both my mom and dad. I had a lot of questions for him.
Look, you know what's coming, so I'll throw you a bone. Next full moon isn't tonight, so relax.
Wait. What am I meant to do about it? Tyson was... He was... in Orlando.
Don't ask me, I'm just a rat. You know what? Tell me something. Why'd you give up so easy about why I could talk way back when?
Same as why I didn't question Roswell. Seemed impolite to ask why you could talk when... Why wouldn't you be able to talk? Rats can't talk, but you're standing right there. I pocketed the license to free up my hands before I forgot, frowning. Which means either rats can talk, or you're not a rat. Right?
God, do you know the role of a lab rat, Junior? They aren't born as incidentally as a normal kid, no. They're made. Careful genetic work, so there's always that same consistent spread of data to test on, yeah? White. Pure white. Like the coats of the scientists that use them and pick up them and toss them away.
But you're not white. Oh boy. Took out of context.
That's right. I'm different. Idea was the same, made different though. But anything like those other lab rats wouldn't cut it. Hell, you sure you're even talking to me?
What does that even mean? Oh my god, it's all gonna be a hallucination. I'm calling it right now. I watched as he wandered over to the large vault door and clearly leaned against it. Ooh, look at my hand as it disappears through the door!
Fact is, I can't die because I was never alive. Can't be a god of death if I'm part of the system, can I? But you've been a part of that very system how many times now? I've gone and lost count.
I don't understand. What are you?
Deus Ex Machina. I am the god in the machine. I am the vault.
Thanatos is the vault! No way! The declaration fell into silence as I wasn't exactly sure how to respond.
What? No fanfare? Fine. Killjoy.
But how can you be the vault? You're just... that. I gestured at the panel I'd been messing with, and then at him, and back once more.
Yeah. Think of it this way. I'm like the governing system behind how it all works, yeah? This just lets me get around and talk.
But what about the jammer? There aren't any wires attached to you.
My rat cage may as well be a Faraday cage. One of those jammers ain't going to knock out every signal. So I can still get around so long as I don't go too far.
And this was all put together by Oswin and his sister?
Keeping it simple. Yeah. Oh god, gotta admit, I expected a bit more of a reaction out of you.
Well, I don't even know how to process this. How do I know you're telling the truth? About anything.
Oh, I wasn't kidding when I said that I don't need to make stuff up. I remember everything programmed in. Everything that I've seen with his body and every interaction that happened in this room.
Wait. Everything? How much of everything?
Everything. So long as that door stays closed, I stay online. If I'm online, I can see everything.
But if you're saying you can see everything, then that door never opens.
Bingo! That door hasn't opened and never will.
Well, that's Wait. I frowned, looking to Thanatos. It could have still opened, maybe.
God, start talking.
Oswin was explaining it a couple days ago. Oswin and Roswell, I guess. But he said that it can't show you your own death. What if it's the same for you? Thanatos went to say something before stopping short, seeming to think about it deeply.
You got me there. But as far as I know, I haven't died, so my god status ain't budging.
I haven't died yet either, so my god status ain't budging. That better not be jinxing anything. Please hope I don't die. There's something else that's bothering me about this too.
What?
If you really remember everything you say you do, then why do you act the way you do towards me? If you remember every time we've met and everything like this conversation, then I don't know.
Oh, that all? I just like messing with you.
Wow, that's... God damn it, if I could punt him right now.
Hey, you try reliving the same conversation multiple times every second. This just keeps things entertaining for me.
So you're really not a rat. You're just a robot.
Pretty much, yeah. One part taxidermy rat, one part endoskeleton, and one part wildly modified open source AI.
So you're like that voice assistant thing on cell phones. Oh my god, that's making me think of the Wolfstar Sins of Paradise thing with like the... What the frick was that little like... what was it? Like that little pet's name? Like on the Jenny's cell phone or whatever? Thanatos is just the opposite nega version of that. He's the edgier version.
If you remove the influence of a neuroscientist, then sure. Still, Valencia was way more than just that. A gifted child that gave Osman a run for his money, that's for sure.
I got up, looking at the card in my hand. You said something about a full moon before, right? Wait, Thanatos already died in one route? I'm so confused. What is going on?
That's right, not for a couple nights. So you've got time, potentially.
How do I stop Tyson from becoming that?
Oh no, that's all on you to solve. You do your own lifting, I'm just a spectator.
You can't even help a little? God, what's even your goal here anyway?
Oh yeah, what was it again? Right, none of your business. I helped you out, you helped me out. Simple as that.
What did I even help you with anyway?
Guess you'll have to wait and see.
Right. Well, I'm going to go talk to Oswin. He has answers he needs to give me.
You think he's going to have an antidote to that werewolf thing?
He might, but what I really want to know is why he spoke to Mom and Dad. I want to know what he hasn't been telling me.
You know the way to the lab.
Yeah, I can manage. What are you planning on doing right now? What do Vaults even do in their spare time?
Probably return to my cage to recharge the battery.
If you're headed to the lab then, why don't we go together?
As friends! I'd rather take the back way. Not that you can follow, but... we don't need to be talking anymore. Plenty of talking you've got to do as it is.
Right. Well, I guess I'll see you later. Without another word, he scurried off out of the room and into the dark of the basement beyond. As for me, I took one last look at my dad's license before shoving it into my pocket and following Thanatos into the basement. I approached the wall where I knew there was a passage, feeling around for anything like a button or a latch. In a small divot, something I barely noticed was a concealed button. No sooner had I pressed it, the wall opened up, revealing the passage beyond. Alright, I'm going to do a quick save here and take a break because we went for like over an hour's worth, so... might as well just save here. At least we're on the good path so far. So at 2:16, we're going to take a break. What a reveal. Like, I wasn't sure when he said that. Like, I'm still wrapping my head around it because I am big dumb. So he's an AI robot. Like, at first I was thinking, oh, he's just hallucinating this rat the whole time. Then I realized, okay, so he's the AI robot, but he's programmed to, like, know every single outcome, possibility, timeline, mumbo-jumbo crap. He is basically the Vault's brain, in a sense. So he knows all that, and he knows the words that are connected with the character's trauma to it. So that's how the password Vault works, and he's just kind of the projector of that. Like, he simulates it, he simulates all those different outcomes, and bam. That's how he gets characters to hallucinate. That's what I'm getting from it. Am I dumb? Am I missing something? Feel free to tell me if I'm dumb, because I'm not going to be offended. I'm still figuring this out. And it will help me learn. That rat clearly ain't no rat. Dang, that was a loud clank. Don't worry, my teeth are fine. Are you all cool if I take a little bathroom break? For anybody who's watching, feel free to take a bathroom break. I'll be back in like a minute or so. There we go. We'll be right back. Wrong screen. Crap, I'm back. We'll start in like a minute or so. I'm gonna put my left earbud in this time. I'm getting frisky. Actually, that's the one I normally do. I hope y'all have taken a good bathroom break and made sure that you are ready for the stream to continue. We'll start in 30 seconds. Oh my goodness. I cannot read. There we go. Okay, what did I miss? What do I call Davis Sucker? That's just Thanatos. From what I understood, Thanatos is the Vault's program, technically lived out all the timelines so far, on repeat. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. That's kind of why he's like a simulation of things. Like, he's kind of like a random number generator. Maybe not a random number generator, but yeah. I guess, kind of. Like, random numbers can be infinite? I don't know. He can be like a random generator in a sense, where he just pops out all the infinite combos and all that stuff, and is like a calculator of all that, or computer. So yes. I think it is his way of saying, you got it. Now here's a vision of a friend dying, sucker. That sounds very much like Thanatos' personality. Imagine Thanatos, but in Echo. He's just like predicting how all the Echo characters could die. Oh man, that would just be so freaking bonkers. Like, somebody made a parody and just, you see Thanatos there, it's like, Chase, don't do that, or Leo, don't do that. I'm not spoiling anything, so no context. Hi, Rona Jean Obligacion. Did I get it right? Hi. Alright, so let's start. It was no different traveling through the passage than the last time. It was dark, and I was regretting taking this trek without my flashlight. For a while, I had my hand on the wall to guide me forward, but after finding it dusty and gross, I relied instead on having my hand stuck out in front of me. In the dark, I heard a sound come from behind me for a brief second before I was grabbed by the arm and thrown into the room backwards. Who the hell kidnapped me? Falling onto my rear, I grunted at the shock before stumbling back up. Oh, to what do I owe the pleasure, Dave? Or were you just making use of the passengers for fun? No, I was trying to find you, actually. You didn't need to be so rough in handling me. God. Need I remind you that we were having a homicidal rat wandering around? Hearing someone creeping around outside my lab is not something I was expecting tonight. Right. Sorry. To make matters worse, Thanatos has been a walkabout all day, it seems. Heaven knows where he's escaped to. He's not back already? He was with you? Yeah, he said he was coming back to the lab. I assumed he'd be back by now. Well, I'm glad that he's accounted for, at least. What were you two up to? He ran into me at the vault this morning, and we sort of just, I don't know, tried to figure things out. Osman grunted, dropping a chair at his desk. Oh, sorry, dropping into a chair at his desk. Clicking away at his computer for a while. I like to prefer it was the first of the two options. Osman grunted, dropping a chair at his desk and clicking away at his computer for a while. What are you doing? Oh no, my disk space is saying I'm gonna be full. I need to delete the episode 26 footage, quick! Okay, everything is fine now. What are you doing? Running diagnostics on the vault. Because... just in case he's done anything to it. To himself, you mean? You son of a bitch! Those are fighting words! He froze, turning slowly to me. Pardon? Thanatos said that he was the vault, so... What would he want to do to himself? Oh, God, I wouldn't believe a word out of that rat's mouth, Dave. Just an experiment gone awry is all. Oh. Okay. I wondered closer as Osman turned back to the computer, almost dismissing me. Tell me something, though. Why are you hiding stuff from us? To punctuate my point, I put my dad's license on the desk and slid it closer, once more causing him to freeze. Dun dun! Thanatos gave me this just before I came to find you. Why was my dad here? How did you know he didn't lift it from your own bags? Because right now, I have no reason to doubt anything Thanatos has told me, and compared to him, you're meant to be the one we're relying on to survive. What's it mean if you can't be honest with us? So you're calling me a liar? Depends. But you sure as anything haven't been entirely honest. So what parts of what I've told you do you doubt now? That we're in danger? That you're in danger? About how the vault works? No, it's more. I don't know what your stake in this is. Obviously, yeah, we all want to survive this, but where do you fit into this picture? So you're pretending to be your father now, shaking me down for information? What do you mean by that? Dave, sit down. If you want to know why your dad was here, I'll tell you. Not just dad, but mom too. Remind me to strangle that rat. Thanatos be like, I can't die, I'm the god of death. Oswin fucking chokes him like the Ratatouille meme. Remind me to strangle that rat. Good luck with that. He apparently dad. But apparently dad was here. I guess about a year ago? Why did he come here? I should start by saying it wasn't the first time he was here. When was the time before that? A couple months, I'd say. It happened only a handful of times, but he was looking into the Noble family as a part of an ongoing investigation. Then why question you instead of approaching them directly? Dave, you're a dumbass. You realize that's a mob. Noble family's a mob. You are so goddamn dense, Dave. Well, it's no secret that Memphis was here trying to buy the vault. So questioning someone who had done business with him in the past was his idea of a smart move. But you hadn't sold the vault to him. Evidence of which you can see in that it's still here, no? So, what did Dad want from you then? We made a trade, although neither of us liked it, if I'm being frank. Go on. I showed him the vault, and much like any reasonable person, scoffed at the idea that the machine like that could work. So he was programmed in as a user. Did he see something in it? He did. Oh, but you're not going to like it if I tell you what it was. I want to know anyway. He sighed out, shaking his head. Well, not in the same vein as what Orlando saw. It was much the same. He saw his precious son die and refused to believe it. He saw me die? How? What happened? Thanatos would have been the one to ask. But, given you just end up asking him anyway now that you know, it was a shootout. At least that's what he surmised from what he saw. I was shot? Accidentally, I would hope, but who really knows? It was enough to spook your father and break his resolve in pursuing Memphis. At least, at first. That sounds like Dad. Or at least that I remember of him. Not wanting to back down even if it has to take a break from something if it goes wrong at first. So, on another visit, he came back in and asked me what we could do to change that from happening, if he still wanted to bring Memphis in. Well, that didn't work. Dad's dead now, and as far as I know, Memphis wasn't caught. Orlando would have said something if his dad was behind bars, right? You think he'd say his dad was in jail when if he was already not overly keen on sharing what his family's history was? No, I guess not. So, I guess what I'm scared to ask is why your dad came here that night he died, no? I nodded slowly, bracing myself in the chair I'd found myself in. The unfortunate truth of it all was that he was certain he was going to die. He made the decision to go confront Memphis on his own, and well, he never came home. And I'm sorry for that, Dave. I whined, running my hands through my fur on my face, trying to shake off the emotions, threatening to run rampant through my head. I had to focus, if only because I was half done. So then, after that, Mom came. That's right. A while after your mother, Carol Holloway came to my door. A while after your mother, Carol Holloway, came to my door late one night. It was raining, and she was a mess, bawling her eyes out even if the rain was making a good cover for it. Why'd she arrive? Had you met before? A couple of times, butted heads a few times over philosophical differences in our approach to medicine. Which meant you met Mom before you lost your license? And a couple of times after. Your mother is bright, if very abrasive, even beyond what you would expect from those working on the front lines of the ICU. And as for the why, she somehow found out that I had been talking with David, had heard about my work, and much like Memphis, assumed it was some sort of miracle time machine that could bring her husband back. I don't believe you. My mom didn't cry over Dad dying. She just didn't. I assure you that she did. Cried herself to sleep, begging me for me to bring. Cried herself to sleep for me to bring him back. Then the following morning, thanked me for my time and left a stone face as I imagine you remember her.
That sounds like you didn't help her at all.
Well, the vault isn't a time machine. All I could do was disclose what I knew and hoped that it would put her mind at ease. After all, David's decision to do what he did was his own. I merely allowed him to have the options. I hung limp in my chair, trying to process it all. Dad was here, and died trying to take down a crime boss and stop me from dying. Mom came to try and get Dad back. Instead, found out he was dead because of me. No wonder Mom has been so distant. Your mother loves you still, boy. Don't be all doom and gloom just because of what the vault had to do with David's passing. But she never said anything. I just assumed. Yes, well, take it from someone who's been through something of the same. After the medical trial went south, Benson saw the whole process firsthand as to how I went from a sobbing mess to jaded husk of a boar. Sorry, I don't know what to make of this. I keep these things from you for a few reasons. Primarily because if I said that I'd spoken to your parents before, what would you say? I'd have probably clung to you for information about Dad if it was before. Well, my friends concerned me and got me to explain what happened. Perhaps, or you'd think worse of me for relaying these things through the radio in your room. Some mysterious figure saying they knew your parents. David's goal was to keep you out of danger, not thrust you into situations to be reckless in. Right. Are you satisfied? So my dad really just left the license behind? It seems strange that that's all he'd leave behind. My assumption is that Thanatos would have lifted it from his wallet at some point. Beyond that, I don't really know. I only discovered it after he left. Okay. Before I forget. He leaned back from his computer and looked me over. Did you get the vault to work before coming to see me? I nodded slowly, remembering that I still had that to deal with too. Yeah. No different to the other things beyond this whole thing feeling stronger somehow. Beyond that, any lasting symptoms? Fatigue, fatigue, headaches, nausea? Nothing beyond what's normal anyway, I think. Very well. What did you see? Tyson. It's going to be Tyson next. During the full moon. So we have a couple of days breathing room before the event, it seems. Was he alive, or... Yes. He was alive. But he was the one attacking Orlando, so... Alright. Well, the full moon doesn't happen for a couple of nights. So rather than jumping to shooting him preemptively, we have options. You would really shoot him, would you? Boy, your insight can only go so far. If he's responsible for multiple deaths, then we may just not know yet. Should it come to that, I won't hesitate to put him down to minimize that threat we have on those still standing. So what should we do before then? Depends on what that password was. Werewolf. course it was. Well, I don't exactly believe lycanthropy to be the actual cause, but I imagine in the moment it might have seemed that way. I say we monitor for any strange behavior and deal with it when we notice anything persisting. Alright. Got it. Should I talk to him about it now, or... Ultimately, that's your call. There is always the risk that whatever actions you take could lead to this event happening. The vault only shows you your traumatic events so you're aware of them. It doesn't show you the actions to take to avoid them. Was there anything else? No. That's all. For now, I suppose. I sighed, pushing myself up from my chair and pocketing Dad's license, burying my hands into my pockets. It's probably close to dinner time, right? Are you hungry? Not with everything going on. I just need to think, maybe. I don't know. Assuming the little bastard hasn't eaten it all. Sometimes I find breakfast to be a good comfort. Even if it is just sugared and processed wheat. I ate your Fruit Loops last episode. Joke's on you! You're offering me cereal to make me feel better? Is it working? I'll think about it at least. Thanks for at least hearing me out again. It's helped, maybe? Osman stood slowly, approaching carefully before wrapping his arms around me in a hug. Probably the most awkward of hugs I'd ever had. Good night to Derp Doritos, just quickly saying that, because they're heading out. You're welcome. Go get some rest, Dave. And to you, Derp Doritos. He broke soon after, almost as if the whole thing was a foreign concept, and it was just making him uncomfortable. Still, the gesture helped, and I felt a little less flat as I turned to leave the lab. Through the dark, I stumbled, looking for the exit. I assumed I was heading in the right direction, but sure enough, I ended up somewhere else. Oh my god, the kitchen! There's... Huh. Oh, that's a plant. For some reason, I thought the leaf that's kind of... That's a leaf, right? Is that... Like, do you see this green plant in the middle? Is that a thing sticking out of the plant, or is that just part of the... It has to be. It's weird because it's like an illusion that looks like it's coming from the microwave oven things above. Looks like it's falling down from that. Oh man, I'm losing it. But anyway, there's... Huh. I stepped out into the hallway next to the kitchen and closed the section of wall behind me, confused. Apparently, there was a passage here too. Probably one that Benson used to bring Osman food. Opening the cupboard, I looked around for the cereal Osman had mentioned, wondering if it was too close to dinner to take him up on his offer. Hey.
Hey, Dave. What are you doing in the cupboard this close to dinner?
I missed lunch.
Why?
You didn't hear?
You what? Did something happen?
I kinda passed out and needed to sleep suddenly. I guess I was more tired than I thought.
Normal people don't just pass out, Dave. You sure you're okay?
I promise I'm fine. I just... probably take it slow for the rest of the day, is all.
You mean evening?
Right. That. What are you two doing in here, though?
We're on dinner duty tonight.
Oh, what's on the menu?
People seem to be all over the place, so I was just going to do burgers. Then they can come and go as they need. Dean is alright at barbecue, although we're just going to use the stove.
Aside from planning dinner, did you two get up to anything today? Or
Mostly just kept a lookout. Neither of us really felt right, just lounging around with Benson doing most of the work. Not that we told him what we were doing, but it's a big area to cover by yourself. Did give us some time to really catch up, though. Hadn't had a proper chance to do that since arriving. Mostly due to everything going on.
and nothing happened?
Nope, peaceful as ever. Which I don't know if that's more worrying than if we'd found out something or not. I'm of the opinion we should be grateful for what peace we can find. To be honest, I'm looking forward to going home already.
Dean patted Sal on the shoulder before moving about the kitchen, getting things ready for dinner. I took a seat while Sal and Dean figured out dinner. The two of them were chatting amongst themselves about something while I zoned out with my own thoughts. At first, I thought I was going to fall asleep, but the sizzling and scent of the cooked meat made me hungry. And I devoured the fist... I was gonna read it as, and I devoured the fist burger! And I devoured the first burger Dean slid across to me faster than I thought I would. He continued cooking while Sal cleaned up after him, and eventually, after another burger, I stumbled up to my room and collected my thoughts. Laying back on my bed, my mind was racing. Everything Osmond had told me about Mom and Dad. Putting up with Thanatos for the whole day. I was exhausted, if worried. Drumming my fingers on my chest, I wondered if I should bring it up to Ty or not. If I had to keep Orlando alive, but telling him that he was going to get mauled wasn't going to get anyone anywhere. Oh boy. I'm assuming the end of the day is going to be different for each character, so we may just pretty much fast forward to the end of the day for Dean's route. So I sat up quickly as Ty came into my room, closing the door behind him. Hey.
Hey, so... I want to apologize.
For... earlier?
Yeah.
How's your head, though?
Still fucking hurts.
He wandered closer and dropped himself on the bed, grumbling.
You pass out again, or was it just the once?
Just the once. I'm feeling mostly just tired now. But part of that is because I've already had dinner.
Ah, shit. I thought I could smell someone cooking something.
And you came and checked up on me first?
Well, yeah, you're... you know.
No?
You're important to me.
God. Aw, so sweet. I shifted so I was sitting next to him and rested my head on his shoulder. Pretend that Amicus is temporarily Tyson. I'm looking forward to when I get back. I'm looking forward to when I get to be back home, I think. Sal said the same thing earlier, and I totally get it.
Yeah, me too.
We sat there for a few moments before I breathed in deep and looked up at Tyson. He was calm enough, a stark contrast to what I'd seen in the vault.
What? Have I got something on my face?
No, just thinking.
About what?
Just what's going to happen in the next few days. That's all.
Why? What's going to happen? Or what's going to happen?
Hopefully nothing, but I don't know. If it does, I just want to be ready.
Then I'll get a gun or something. I don't know.
How will that help me be ready?
You think you'd be able to pull the trigger if shit hits the fan? Don't worry. I've got your back.
I sighed out, rubbing my eyes as Tyson stood and wandered to the door.
I'm gonna go get dinner. You want anything, or are you planning on sleeping?
Don't know yet. Might be up, might not be. Feel free to check on me if you want to do something, though. With a nod, he was gone, and I changed into something more comfortable for bed. With the reception gone, it was hard to lay back and enjoy watching videos or something to doze off on my phone, but I made do with what few games I had installed. Oh, I forgot, I'm no longer resting my head on Tyson's shoulder. Bye, Amicus. Love you. Not that my intention remained on them for all that long. I soon found myself plugging it in to recharge and rolling onto my side to get some sleep. Oh, that's it. To be continued. So I soon found myself plugging it in to recharge and rolling onto my side to get some sleep. This is the final sentence of the update. To be continued, and a demo. $253.30. Yeah, I could just say $253.15. Alright, so that's the end of Tyson's Day 17. I don't think it's gonna be that much different until the end. And once it does, I should probably timestamp it. I'll probably have to figure it out in terms of editing. I can't speak. I'll have to figure out in terms of editing where that part starts with Tyson being with Tyson, I mean. And see how that varies for Dean's part. So that'll just be a little easy thing to do after the video. But we are now going back and doing Dean's Day 17, which is pretty much going to be the same if the devlog is accurate. Okay, so let's take a little break before we start. We're going to start at the How about we start at the 3-hour mark on the dot? So we'll just take a break starting around 2:55. Give ourselves a 3-minute break per se. Go take a bathroom break if y'all need it. Okay, that is saved. That is very saved. And I still have the Bible here next to me. What random Bible quote can I pop onto this time? This one's very fitting. I just like randomly open a page and find the funniest looking line. And it always seems to be the one at the top of the page. Psalm 30. Verse 8. Part of verse 8. The Bible out of context. But when you hid your face, I was struck with terror. Very spooky, I love it. Maybe I should give you all 2. I should do one at the end of the video. Give you a 2-for-1. That certainly drew smiles from chat, to be sure. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if I should be worried for Tyson's fate or Dave's mental health more. I agree, Tendo. This is like... I'm just like panicking when it's like, oh shit, Tyson's really hurting. I want to give him Excedrin migraine because that's what I use for my headaches today, and that's what my dad and I use for headaches. Works like a charm. Just give Tyson Excedrin migraine. Hashtag give Tyson Excedrin. But yeah, that is something I'm very concerned about. Like, which day? Like, I know it's a few nights, but that could be 3, that could be 5. That could be any number. Also fits with the knee to the nose. I was struck with terror, indeed. Anyway, we got 2 minutes left. I'm just gonna double check to see everything is lickety split. Page 8. There's no title page up there, but you do get the colors, which help that help distinguish things. So that's nice. I really like that about the password page. I should probably do that with my save pages, but oh boy, that was gonna be a project to do. Trying to modify my own save pages. I like the format of this though. Such a good aesthetic. Props to Grizzly for such a good layout. I'd probably say this is like the top of my favorite save menus. I'm wondering what these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes are for exactly. I know the one at the top right corner here is for the route you're on. Brown is Dean. Then of course it's day 16, path A, time that was saved. But yeah, the 8 boxes in the middle, I wonder what those will be. Anyway, I may have to extend the wait time of when we actually start, but yeah. I'm gonna start now and just hopefully fast forward to the parts that are unique. Yeah, Sal's medication was the bear sleeping pills thing. Yeah. So that was interesting. Okay, I turned off the light, grabbing the cheek from where Dean had struck me. Wait, what? What did I miss? Oh, from the earlier thing. Oh, okay. Hold on. We're gonna have some unique bits at the beginning. Here we go. while I didn't like that I was on the receiving end, it was nice to know that in the worst case situation, I could rely on Dean if we were in trouble. But his absence in the bed was another thing entirely. Something that I wasn't sure if I was missing because of the situation or just because of how we saw one another. Oh no, my disk is almost full. Quick, delete another save file. Deletes episode 1 of Interia. Oh man, I love just deleting things to make room for my computer. Where was I? Something that I wasn't sure I was missing because of the situation or just because of how we saw one another. I plugged my phone in and sighed out into my pillow, thinking things over. Up the vacation where Dean and I had been. Confusing. But it was nice to have no commitments. Or rather, have what we had be something unspoken. If I didn't have to worry about it, then great, right? But relationships were harder than I thought. It was more than just a casual friendship. And I just wish that I'd clued in sooner as to how messed up our arrangement was. It wasn't beyond repair, but absolutely something to handle after some sleep. Let's save. Day 17. Okay, so we're at 3 hours and 2 minutes. If you have not seen the day 17 part already, or you want to see me reading it, go back to, I think it's about like 15 minutes. Like, go back to the beginning of this video. There are timestamps for when the common reading parts are and which parts are Tyson specific, in case you want to skip over those and just read the parts that are in Dean's route. So go back to like 15 minutes or so in the video if you want to see this part read out. We are going to skip from now on until it gets to unique bits. Adventures with Thanatos. Oh shoot. A unique part. So, it should be the same, but starting here at,
Dave, why are you here? I mean, up this early? Couldn't sleep?
Something like that. Just stuff on my mind, I guess. But I'll work through it. Nothing major, though, I promise.
Glad to hear that you're improving every day, though. Just remember to count on us if you're struggling.
God, I'm not that bad. Am I?
With how worried we're all about what's been happening, it's nice to see you are not all doom and gloom.
Dean, come on. Have some tact.
What? I didn't mean anything bad by it. Maybe he just found out something to distract him from the bad stuff.
Roswell grumbled to himself, shaking his head as the others came down to join us from the floor above. And now it is a common stuff, so now we will continue skipping. And I'll read comments while I do so. Adventures with Thanatos would make for a good title. I might do that, actually. So now we are at the part that going to Orlando is what we want to do first. I messed up the first time around. And now, so we go to Tyson's bed after we talk to Orlando. And the only parts that are different include starting with,
yeah, I'm fine. Fuck off.
We change over to Veer 2.
I mean, fuck off. Please?
No, something's bothering you, and, like, you haven't snapped like this in a long time. What happened? What's wrong?
Nothing, just a headache.
And now we continue with the fast forwarding. Like I said, go back to the other bits. There's not too much I'd say that varies or is like super like Tyson-esque that I'd say would spoil anything for Tyson's Route if you go back to that part. Let's continue, shall we? It's just hard to repeat all this all over again. We did 2 hours just for the original one. So, yep, I remember the password. The password is... I won't say it out loud, but you will know if you saw the earlier bit. Oh god, I hallucinated. It's all happening. Everybody's gonna die. And we still have the same bits. Nothing different. We still go to the lab. We still go to dinner. But we get something different when we talk with Sal and Dean starting at...
You sure you're okay? You sure you're okay? I'll bring you dinner in bed if that's what it'll take to get you to rest.
Oh, God. I promise I'm fine. Okay, so maybe that was just the one different line. Oh, I guess it was. So the rest of the dinner scene was normal. First I was thinking about going to sleep. Wait, so he wants to apologize. Are you sure this part isn't... Huh. Oh, we did. This is the part where he was like, I wasn't sure about whatever. So he checked up on me first. Okay, rather than rather than having Dave fall onto Dave's shoulder and resting there and having a romantic moment, instead we friend zone Tyson. So after the line, and you came and checked up on me first, we get,
well, yeah, you're my brother.
I shifted so I was sitting next to him and... Oh, I guess that's the same. So I rested my head on his shoulder. Actually, it's still all the same. Holy heck. Oh god, no. Damn it. I missed it. I went through all that for nothing. Now I have to try again. I wish I should probably do this with my update in the future for my game, is to disable the skipping once we get to the to be continued line, and then re-enable it after a sentence or two so people don't accidentally skip it once they fast forward to the end. Ah, good idea, Dirk. You're very genius. Anyway, now we have to live through everything all over again. And just to be safe, I'll save right after we get the password. So, yeah, nothing was really different. So, I guess at 3:10 we can call it the end of reading. I'm going to save here, and then I'll just overwrite it. Here we go. Oh, I can go to autosaves. I mean, I can, but I like having formal saves, though. Oh, wait, I could... I'm stupid, whatever. This is fine for now. Don't worry, I'll get done before 3 hours and 10 minutes. I swear. You're my brother. That's the only different line at the end. The reception gone. To be continued. Okay. And now we save for Dean's. 3 hours and 10 minutes. We finished Dean's route in 10 minutes. So I guess there wasn't too much. I'll rewatch like this ending part of the video just to see what the parts were that were unique, just so I can X them out from the beginning, or just be like, oh, this is definitely different from what happened with Tyson's part. But yes, that is the actual end to both routes of day 17. So now we are gonna move on and wait for day 18 to come out, which supposedly will have more unique route-based events. So I bet that will be split into 2 videos when I do it. One for Tyson, one for Dean. Yeah, it was about like 14 minutes, it turns out. So anyway, that was a very fast reading. Yeah, Trinix Slayer, I had that idea in my head the other day, but never got around to actually doing it myself in my own game. I'll probably do that in like the 3.1 update, just to add it. It makes things nice when you can stop things there. But yeah, this was a good update. Loved it all, and we got some truth bombs dropped on us. So that was interesting. Anyway, what else do y'all have to say before I read off the patrons? It's great hearing what y'all have to say about the game. But yes, we do agree that Dave is so broken at this point, and it's horrible. Can Wolf take that though? Self-medication was from Dean. Okay, so Tendo also is talking about the medication that Dean had for his route. Or no, that was in all the routes actually. Like Dean's sleeping pills. I wonder if a wolf can take that. That's his, or their, sorry. I don't know their gender, but yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. Sal's medication was from Dean, so there are different medications for different species. So possibly the bear medication could be different than what is good for wolves, so maybe it wouldn't work. Aw. Yeah, werewolves would seem cute if you meet them in real life. I feel like they'd have more consciousness or control over their actions. It feels like maybe, yeah, maybe somebody's emotions can be easily more charged, but I feel like at the same time, he would have a lot more conscious control and coherent thinking if werewolves were real. If only. Yes, I would hug them. So sweet. But yeah, that is all I have for tonight. Unfortunately, that's all, so... Anyway, I'm going to read off the patrons. I really want to thank my patrons for all they've done and just for all the support they've given me. Their support has helped me to work on my passion projects, help provide more stuff, and, you know, make enough money to, you know, spend more time to do stuff like this and just, yeah, make the most out of my creative hobbies and influences. So being a patron has some great perks, actually. Being any of the tiers will give you access to exclusive NSFW readings. Also includes early access to my Ocean Avenue visual novel updates. While the public release just came out today for Ocean Avenue 3.0, the public release, like for every update, comes out 7 days before that. So this time around, patrons got it last Saturday, which is pretty nice. And other than that, exclusive polls, I would say, maybe exclusive posts. Still figuring out if there's any additional things for that. I know for the exclusive dorks tier and above, you can get a monthly commission from me to read a certain amount of words or narrate a certain amount of dialogue. You commission me once a month to do that. So that's the perk of being an exclusive dork or higher. I only have 3 tiers so far. Fellow dorks, exclusive dorks, and the highest tier, which is pretty impossible to get because it's a lot. It's very expensive. I just did it as kind of like a joke one to be really high. And I don't really have anything I was thinking about in between that I could do eventually. But the highest tier is called the Best Boy tier. That one's like $75 and above. Don't feel like you need to go and support that one. That's actually more than all of what I make for patrons combined monthly. So everyone I have here, I really appreciate your contributions, and thank you so much for supporting what I do. So with that being said, I want to start out with my fellow dorks, my $3 and above tier. North Grizz, Andrew Corona, Norbert Dudzik, Type A Roth, Mogram Wolfram, Thadui Nguyen, Ryan Atkins, Ryan Carlos, Andrew Buenaventura, Crunchy Balls, Tagrin, and Neil. Those are my fellow dorks. And right now, I want to give a very special thanks to my exclusive dorks. My $10 and above tier, Fire Knight 2008. So those are all my patrons. At least all the ones that want their names to be revealed. If you want to be a patron but not have your name revealed or said, you can message me on there once you commit to being a patron, and I'll be sure not to include your name. But yes, those are my patrons, and anyone that is watching or has supported my channel now or in the past, thank you so much for your support, and I really appreciate you guys' interest in me. And just, yeah, making all this what it is now. So, I want to say, finally, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, take care.